Today's episode is presented by A Game. Whether you are at home or at work, in the gym or in the classroom, success means giving nothing less than your best. Your peak performance, your A game. And now there's a beverage designed to help you bring your best when you need it the most. A Game is full of essential vitamins and nutrients and to keep your body primed for action and provides hydration to boost recovery after you've given your all. Bring your A game, bring your best, and tell the world, bring it on. That is A Game, our brand new sponsor. Shout out A Game. Go check them out. Drinkingagame.com. Go get you some bottles.
Boom.
Morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to the show, what a wonderful delight. Potsy and T.Ross better chop up on the mic. Just sit back, have a laugh, catch a vibe, and enjoy the ride.
All right. What's up, man? We are back with another episode, and 44.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. Yes, people have enjoyed having your teammates on, and it's great to have on another one.
We're just going to get all of them. We're just going to go from top of the line, and we're going to work our way down from the players, the coaches, to the trainers, to the equipment managers, and we're just going to get the whole Magic organization on them. So
it was a wild weekend, though, bro, with all the NBA games. We had, obviously, the big thing Sunday night was
Lakers
the Logan.
Lakers out of here. That's not the big thing, but yes, that was for me because it's my childhood team anytime I'm not in the playoffs. But
nonetheless,
yeah, that Logan Floyd fight happened.
Did you watch from the? Did you watch from the start? I was watching from.
I watched all the prelims. I watched.
What do you think of
Ocho?
Ocho?
Call them prelims, just the.
It was exhibition to the prelims.
So I watched that. It started with what, Ocho?
Ocho versus that one guy, which was unbelievable.
I would say this: Ocho can fight. He just got too cocky at the end.
I was saying the same thing, bro.
A little too arrogant, but people were like, "Why would he do that?" But if you guys have ever watched Chad Johnson play football, he was so good and so cocky that at some point he just said, "We're gonna call. I need to be considered." Or referred to as Ocho Cinco. Like, that's the type of guy we're going to. So him putting his hands down, getting slept is kind of like, how did we not see it coming? But he has hands. He threw some jabs.
He was winning the fight to me for most of the fight till he got dropped. Till he got dropped, which
and it wasn't that bad. In my opinion, I don't think it was that bad.
He got up. He got up.
Like, most people were like, "Oh, he got fucked up. Look at that. He got his." I'm like, bro,
he got up.
Nate Robinson almost died.
Yeah,
he almost died that night.
He was up. He was up fighting.
And he was up and he was cool. Bro, he was talking right after it. So
the announcers had me rolling when the guy was like, "You guys know my name? You guys know my name now?" And the guy was like, "No, we don't."
Yeah, but at the same time, I would say this:
that shit had me dying, bro.
The only good fight to me was what was the dude? Swift?
Heard.
That was a good fight. He lost it. And
that was a legit fight.
He came out really fighting, and he didn't. He didn't come out the way he should have at all. And the dude, if the guy he was fighting had any real power, it would have been really bad for him that night. But that dude he was swinging hard. He wasn't doing anything. So,
and he was getting hit. He was getting hit, and he was getting knocked too. Hurd was knocking him like.
No, and Hurd has power, and you can see it because the dude was like leaking. So I'm just wondering what was like when he was going to turn it up and actually take over the fight and be like, walk him down, and he never did that. So. Other than that, it was good to see the underdog kind of take it to him.
And then the next fight was that one sucked. They had like a replacement last second, and that dude was
Badu Jack is a real fighter.
He's a real fighter. The other dude was awful, just hugging him. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
But the last fight I saw of Badu Jack, wait, baby. Okay, 1 second. Yes, people, I have to hug my children goodbye in the middle of a podcast because it's that late.
They're going to bed. The little one's going to bed. I know how that feels for sure.
Okay, then stay up. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's every day. But no, bro, Badu Jack's a real fighter. The last fight I did see him in, I forgot who he was fighting, but
did he fight? He fought in the one of those, like the Nate Robinson one, didn't he?
Oh no, he did. I'm saying like his last real fight where
Oh,
he was
yeah.
like another real time boxing, a real boxing event. Like something happened where he and the guy hit heads.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, Joe, see if you can pull up Badu Jack head split.
Wasn't it a split decision too?
Well, I don't know if it was split decision. It might have been. I don't know. But all I remember was this dude's head splitting open, and then they allowed him to keep fighting. And all they did between rounds was just stuff his face with like gauze and just like whatever.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
What
it was
the
bad.
fuck is that?
It was really bad. When I saw that, bro, I was like, oh, and they kept showing it because it happened when he butted heads.
It looks
But
like
the thing happened, it got worse once he was like jabbing and jabbing, bro. The dude would just hit him in the head and it would split up, blood would gush out, and he'd just be back to wiping his face. And then eventually he just couldn't see, so he couldn't box or do anything else. So it was just bad, bro. But that dude's a real fighter. He has real battle scars, and he's a real fighter. And he was doing that dude dirty. That's why he put him down too. But
looks like
fight.
Looks like Moses parting the Red Sea.
Jesus, because that's what it was, bro. It's just like we see his skull from is bad. But yeah, but the big fight, but the big thing tonight was the Logan versus Floyd. Logan, to me, he
did well. He did well.
You think he did? I don't think he did.
I mean, he stayed alive. Like that was the main thing. But like,
no, but we know. But if you know Floyd, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's not putting people away like he did when he was younger.
So that's like I saw people tweet that too. Our guy Marty said like, have you not watched Floyd? Like, what did you guys expect?
Yeah.
Like I've literally watched because my family friends they watched every boxing match. So like when I was in 8th grade, like 7th grade on, I've watched like every Floyd fight. And
he did used to knock people down early in the day.
Yeah, he used to do a little bit more like back then. Like that was the Ricky Hatton fight when he dropped him and stuff like that. And then obviously, like you saw, like it's like the last 10 years we've seen Floyd do the same thing.
Oh, for sure. But there was a point in Floyd's career where he broke his right hand. Always trying to hit so hard. So he broke his right hand, and after that, it changed the way he kind of went for it. He became more defensive, and not more defensive, but he just didn't throw with the same power.
Yeah.
But apparently, like he's real strategic with the way he hits you. Like he'll hit one spot. He'll try to hit one spot over and over and over and over. But I think
the size difference, bro. The size difference really
matters.
Size
difference played a factor, and it's just the fact that he's a fucking real boxer, bro. Like I was nervous just because of the size difference. I'm not gonna lie. I thought if he makes it to the first 3 rounds, like I think he'll win. But
that's what even Floyd was like. Well, he's better than I thought because when you have that much size and if you can punch some, you're able to keep somebody off you that small. Like I mean, Floyd got in him, but he's still got a couple decent shots on Floyd where it's like Floyd's not going to risk getting up there. Floyd's not going to risk getting up in there close and trying to like, and he did a couple times, but you could tell towards the end, he's like, nah, I'm not trying to mix it up inside with him because he's too much bigger, bro. You're punching up at a dude's face. Like that's just.
Okay, well, here's my hot take because not even hot, but.
Give us your hot take. Give us a hot take.
My hot take, fucking Floyd fight with Logan. I think that Jake could be a very real boxer.
Okay.
So remember that video I sent of you of Floyd throwing the jab up against the punching bag and it sounded like a gun going off? And then they switched it to Logan, who was just kind of like that looping, just throwing that little pretty boy shit. Like I was like, okay, let me see what Jake is doing. When Jake was on like some boxing bag, bro, he was like there was a pop to bag, there was a pop to the gloves, and I was just like, oh fuck, like the dude he's whatever, but like I'm watching something. As a person, he's just like he's a troll, but like this dude was throwing real hands, and I could see that he had real power. Like he was throwing more power behind his punches than any of the shit I seen Logan throw. And I think Logan's more of a wrestler. I think from his background.
They both are, but he doesn't have hands.
Bro, man, that Jake, I'm very this fight coming up with Woodley, I would very love to see because I am very curious about if this dude can go in there and land punches and make this a real fight.
He will. He'll land punches.
Put him on Showtime and put him against dudes that are maybe not, in contention for a belt, but put him against some real competition to see how he does. Because then I will be like, hey, he's a real fighter, bro. He's a real fighter. And that's just what my opinion is right now. But I think that dude could be good.
And the thing about him is this: people are still gonna watch it. Like it's not because how in boxing people are like, if you got to go undefeated so that you can get the biggest fight of your life, like he can do like what UFC guys do, like Conor McGregor. It's like, bro, just fight anyone that's actually a fighter and just sell.
Yeah. And to me, like, bro, it's UFC has the talent, and they have, and if you get into it, it's just a extremely fun sport to watch. But the fighters don't get paid the same way that like a corny YouTuber could fight in Roblox, and how they could sell that. And it sucks because it's like people literally just want to see the glitz and the glamour, like all the drama, and they don't really care about the art form as much. It's almost like, I don't know if this is bad to say, but like it's like WNBA and the NBA. Like the NBA is real, like, yeah, we can dunk, we get the laws, and we know how to play the game, but like people legit love seeing that part of the sport. But when you watch women play, bro, they're playing the game the way, like at a like perfect. Like they play the game in a different way that we do, in the same way, except like they don't have like the laws, but they play fun basketball and they're extremely fun to watch. And I think anybody that will watch them would appreciate what they're watching.
Well,
but they don't get compensated, and they don't get compensated the same way that their male counterparts do. And it's a fucked up thing, but at the end of the day, that's just people, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is.
It's a business part of it too.
It's a business. It's the money, baby.
This is for real. And that's like, even like Tyron Woodley talking about how he's like, shit, I'm fighting a non-fighter. This is the most money I'll ever make in a fight. And then he's a champ. He's a UFC champ. He's his MMA career is legit. There's no fluff in it. Like, no, he's legit.
He looked
bad the last 5 fights, but
no, for sure. But that's just because he's been doing it for so long. But at the end of the day, it's just like, yo, this is a real fighter with real credibility, and he's seeking the YouTuber.
He can punch.
That's what's making the game. But that's what's making the fight game, so crazy. It's just like you have dudes that are real fighters with real credibility. Now they're chasing out these fucking like powder puff YouTube. Like, it's like if a YouTuber was trying to play you one-on-one for fucking $1 million. And I'm out here getting it. And it's like me retired getting the best I've ever been.
You said what?
Shout out to Mantis for playing a one-on-one against Terrence for that.
Yeah, well, shout out my guy Mantis. That was a little different, but nonetheless, like, who would want to be? Yeah, like, I don't get it. It's just it's a weird time, bro.
It is crazy, but let's get into this interview with RJ. It was dope. You guys are gonna love it.
My young boy.
Stay tuned for us. We're headed out to LA. We're gonna have some way more content coming your way. We got a big announcement coming here soon. A lot of things going on with us, our production company. Can't wait to share it with you guys. Also, don't forget the giveaway. There's a post about it for 2 jerseys, 2 pairs of shoes. Stuff's right there. Hey,
but it's right there. I'm bringing this with me on the trip so I can give this to Steven so he can get this out to you guys
right away.
Because with me, it's going to take forever. But yes, Steven, he's on top of things.
All right. Well, before we get into this interview, let's take a second to talk about one of our favorite sponsors, the everydayfan.com. They are your one-stop shop for all your sporting news, whether it's the NBA, NFL, or even the EPL league. They have got you covered, but they don't stop there. From pop culture to wrestling and entertainment, there's something for everyone. With some of the best writers in the game, come get a fresh perspective from everyday fans like yourself. While you are there, check out the memorabilia shop and make your man cave one to envy. That is the everydayfan.com. Go check them out.
And for today's guest, we have a very special young man. I'm talking like an old guy saying this, but he's really not that young. But one of my teammates, one of my young boys, Rj Hampton. We just got him through the trade. Y'all know who RJ is. Really don't need no introduction. But what's up, bro? How you been?
What up? I've been good. Having a little good off season.
Yeah, all right. This is already too much of an interview. Let's just chop it up. That was going in a bad direction. How you been? Yeah, no.
Good. Are you in Orlando still right now?
Yeah, out there a couple of days ago from going home. So I'm here.
How long were you home for? You was home for like a while.
I was home for like
not even.
2.5 weeks.
What made you come back? The team.
What you mean? What made me come back? Where are you at? I've been in the gym at the facility.
I'm taking my time. I'm coming back next week. I'll be back next week. I gotta do one more trip, and then I'm coming back, and then I might leave again. And then it's a different thing. I'm a vet. Are you playing the summer league?
Yeah, I'm gonna play a couple games. I gotta go.
This is your first year. Like I be forgetting how young you are sometimes, because I be feeling like if you're in the NBA, you're for sure like at least 21, but that's not the case anymore.
You didn't play in the summer league last year. Oh yeah, there was no summer league.
There was no summer league last year.
Straight to the fire for you. Your class is a special class because you guys are like all battle tested already because y'all went straight from like the draft to like training camps here. Yeah, right. And then y'all so y'all different. This this is a very respectable class to me because you guys do have a ton of killers. They're going to be really fun in the future. But yeah, you guys are a different breed. You guys are the OGs, the young OGs.
We played the Clippers on Christmas Day, my first game.
Damn. I've never played on Christmas. I've been in the league 9 years and never once played on Christmas. That's a big time game. But Nikola just won MVP too, so
yeah,
that was awesome.
Hey, well, talk about him though, real quick. You played with him. What is crazy? Like, what stands out to you about Nikola?
I think what stands out to me, he's just so focused. Like, he in the gym, practice started at 10. He there with the rookies at 8. He leaving late with the rookies. I mean, he did everything that you could possibly ask him to do that other guys just don't do. You know what I mean? Like, some guys just kind of like, when you're at that level, just kind of take it easy, want to be cool. Like, nah, he was in the gym every day getting treatment. And that's why he played 72 games. He's the only player to play every single game this year at the highest level. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which is tough.
It's very tough.
So nothing for you, bro. Sorry.
No, you go.
Because I know this is, bro. Like I said, your class is different. Like, this is different for all of us. Like, I had no idea what to expect going into the season with the traveling, the back-to-backs, the playing every other day. Like, how did you, like, what was this like for you?
I think for me, it was kind of like just eye-opening, not like shocked, but like I wanted to like experience everything. So like, even if I was tired, I was just kind of ready to go because like I've been dreaming about the NBA for so long. It was like whatever was thrown at me was thrown at me. I wanted to do it. But I mean, like once I because there was a point in Denver when I didn't play. So like I played 31 games with Denver. I was with them for about like 50 of those games or like 45 of those games. But like once I got to Orlando and once I started playing 25 minutes, 28 minutes a night, having those back-to-backs were way different than playing 13 minutes in Denver and 10 minutes and 19 minutes. So like when I got to Orlando, I just came off COVID. I was out for 3 weeks and then got traded. Couldn't play for a week. The trade had to go through. And then I'm just like, Cliff's like, okay, yeah, you got to play. Jeff and John, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm like, yo, bro, I can't even breathe right now. You know what I mean? But hey, that's what comes with it.
Yeah, you're gonna definitely get a lot more of that going for it too, bro. Because it's just we pretty much you're gonna be a part of like that core group of guys that are just gonna be playing all the time now. Like, you played so much, and I remember you even telling me you was just like, I'll be asking shit like, yo, why didn't you dunk that? Like, you could have clearly punched that. You'd be like, oh, my leg hurts right now. I'm like, are you serious? I was like, did you want to? He's like, no. I was like, bro, you just gonna thug it out? He was like. And just went out there and kept playing. I was just like, all right, shit, fuck it. Go ahead, do your thing.
That's my motto with the Magic, thug it out.
Just thug it out, bro. And this was that type of year. We had to thug it out. It was what it was. Fuck it, it's over now. Shout out to that 21 season.
Hey, RJ, I want to know, being someone that, being the man, the star, and then you go from like not playing, like how did that affect your like mindset? Because I know as a player, I never really had that experience till I got like to the G League, and then that first game I did not play, and I was like, whoa! Like I played a little bit at the end, and it like changed how I thought of things. Like, hey, obviously I had to make myself better and more valuable, but talk about your mindset in those situations.
I think like for me, I had went through adversity going overseas and going pro before I even got to the NBA. So when I wasn't playing in Denver, it was kind of like, okay, like. I've been through this before. Like I know what to expect. I know how to get myself out of this, So like I'm going overseas and like, that is what it is. We'll get to that topic later. And then, I'm getting to Denver and it's kind of like, okay, well, I've been through this before. How do I get myself out of this? So I'm not playing for like 20 games straight. And I mean, like not playing. I have never like not checked in a game and like the buzzer sounding and I'm just as fresh as I was when the buzzer sounded to go off, but I had to work my way out of that. So I just took a different approach, and all of a sudden, some injuries happened, and I started playing 20 minutes a game. Remember, like the first game that I actually played in with Denver, like meaningful minutes, it was Dallas, and I don't know, not many people know this. We went to Dallas, and people know I'm from Dallas, and they had told me before we left for the trip that once we get back from our road trip, they're going to send me to the G League bubble to get me some reps. So, I mean, as a guy, you want to play, but at the same time, you're like, bro, like I feel like I'm an NBA basketball player. I don't want to go to the G League. And I think that's everybody's mindset when that happens. So that was kind of my mindset. But we're playing in Dallas our last game, and PJ Dozier gets a hamstring injury. And, I'm like, dang, like sad for PJ. All of a sudden, Coach Malone, RJ get in. I played 20 minutes. Luka, Porzingis, all these guys. And from that moment forward, I played like 20 games straight. And I mean, I think, saved me from the G League for per se, but I think that's a testament to how I worked before that because, he wouldn't have called my name if I wasn't, doing what I was supposed to do before that. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. I feel you, bro. And just that's the one thing I feel like a lot of young guys kind of get caught up in is just the fact that sometimes they get like, I'm not playing. I'm so used to being like the fucking go-to guy on my last team and I don't get in. That kind of fucks with their mindset and it gets them like in a place where they can't really get out of it and they can't really see too far past it. And that's good. And that's the one thing that like people should understand is like even in the regular season, 82 games is a long stretch. You always going to get that. You're always going to have that opportunity to go in and make an impact and then, find your minutes. But the thing that separates a lot of dudes is the dudes that aren't playing don't necessarily work as hard all the time, but the dudes that do make a difference end up getting those big minutes are the guys who are just stayed ready, stay professional, and you for sure did it. You had your chance, and just like you said, it turned out. And now it went from you not playing, and now you went to a team that's you playing every night with a shorthanded team. So it was like you had to be ready. So yeah, that's a big shit. That's a good sign of a good pro. Like that you're gonna be just fine if you have that mentality now. You're gonna play for a long time.
Speaking of the shorthanded Orlando Magic, you guys both have different relationships with Clifford, but like just give me a little bit of a talk about Cliff. Like Terrence, I know we talked about it a little bit, but I want both your perspectives on. Obviously, you had a short time with him.
Let me go first.
You've been with him for a while, so talk about Cliff.
So here's the thing about Cliff, right? Cliff is like he's the type of coach where he's going to be on the team. Like you want him to be around the team who has like some veteran guys, right? So when we started this season and we had like Vooch, Evan, AG, me, like just all of these guys that have been around for like Chief, we had a group of veteran guys who know how to play the game, but also just needed that coach to kind of keep them in track. When we switched that up at deadline, we just went young. And so when we went young, like for one, Cliff is already like, oh, okay, I gotta teach this whole system over again. And then we have a group of guys that just don't know like what our principles are and all that other stuff. But then on top of that, like we have shorthand, we only have like 7-8 guys to run with anyway. So I think it was just the frustration of that. Like he wasn't ready for that. I think that's one of the big reasons why he like walked away and left, because he was just like, look, y'all trying to rebuild. I get it, but like I'm kind of my niche is for older teams who kind of know what they're doing, not like teaching the game to like all these young guys. And I think that was the biggest difference between like the team that started and the team that we ended up getting, because we were just all young guys who really just like, even when Otto got hit, Otto was hurt. It was really you. Wendell was hurt a little bit. He played a lot, but it was really you and G that were just like out there with this brand new team running around in circles on top of the new guys that we were getting from 10 days and like, G League and all that. Like it was just, that's my, and coming from me, like Cliff clearly loves me. Like, no doubt. Like, he loves me. Like, yeah.
Either like, loves Terrence or loves G. If it's not Gary or Terrence, it's over with.
Yeah, so that's pretty much, and so like even bro, when he left, he called me and we chopped it up for a little bit. So I mean, but it's just but that one thing is, it not just with Cliff, anybody, rookies are just like how like in rookies are like the guys who the coaches take their frustration out on because you can't bark at the other big dogs on the team.
Yeah.
It's that was, and you could just have to imagine with a brand new team of young guys who don't know the system.
When that happened, right?
When?
With me in the locker room. You remember when he went crazy?
Oh, after the game. Oh, yeah. Vaguely, because I mean, if it's not me and they're getting yelled at, I tend to forget. Like, but yeah, he was. But trust me, bro, and that's the reason why I probably don't remember. He's done this with like every young player we've had. He did this with the group before you, with like Isaiah Briscoe, Melvin Frazier, like Wes Iwundu. He used to bark them dudes all the fucking time. And then the year before that, you did the same shit. So it was just like, you just had it coming. It was no matter what you did, you had it coming.
Yeah.
But that's my spell.
That's just
That's my truth.
obviously RJ. He gave you a chance to play and do things special. So I mean, you have a different view, and you only played 20 games with Magic, 30.
Yeah, I mean, I have a different view. Not a whole different view, but kind of similar, kind of different. But Cliff gave me a chance to play. I hadn't really had a chance to play, so it was kind of like survival for me. You get out there, you gotta perform, you gotta do what you gotta do. So whatever he was saying, I was going with. At that point, I was like, bro, that's the first time I'm getting to play in the NBA for real. Like I'm really playing against my people I looked up to when I was younger. Because with Denver, I was watching them, them on the. But I'm really getting to play against these guys, so I got to, make the best of perform. And he told me, he's like, yo, like you don't do this, you will not play. And that like stuck with me. I was like my first home game at the Magic. I was like, all right, I got it. Let me get some things in order. He didn't say it exactly that way, but he said it in a way around.
But that's the thing, though. Cliff is he's very attentive to detail, but it's like the certain type of detail that like you only would have from playing in the league for 6-7 years, or just being around. Like there's good teams that go deep in the playoffs every year. Like he was trying to get to that level, and he was trying to bring that out of everybody. So like. It was tougher with younger guys because like you might have thought you had like but I think the worst I've seen him like go at people was Isaiah Briscoe. Just for whatever reason, he just like made it an emphasis to be like, you're gonna understand how we play here in Orlando, no matter where you can. I'm just like, bro, like, and I used to talk to Isaiah all the time, like, bro, you good, you're super talented. Just he likes attention to detail. If he wants you like right here and you're just like a half an inch off, like it's not some of the difference, it's all the difference. Like he said that type of shit all the time. So
the thing about it though is like when you do what Cliff asks you to do, your leash gets a lot longer.
Oh yeah.
And he starts really messing with you. Like my leash wasn't long like the first 3 games I was playing with him. And then like he told me that and I got my stuff together. I started doing what he told me to do. Ask anybody, when Cliff was coaching me, my leash, when Terrence wasn't playing, my leash was probably the longest.
Like I was telling you, bro, nobody's coming to get you. Do you, no matter what. Just be comfortable, go do you.
I was like, you know what? I see how this works.
Yeah.
So
this is a tough season, bro. If you got through this season, bro, everything else going forward is going to be nothing nearly as crazy as that shit. Like I didn't think it would be this bad, but it was a lot. So and we went through probably the most bullshit through any team in the league. So that was pretty tough.
Right.
So you kind of brought it up earlier. Everyone knows your like how everything happened with you coming out of high school and then you go overseas. Talk to us about the Breakers.
Yeah, man. The Breakers, obviously team that went over and played the NBL. I am super grateful for my experience with the NBL because I think the NBL in itself got me better. Playing against all these other pros got me better. But I think, a lot of people always wonder, what happened to RJ, or not even what happened to RJ, but wow, we didn't expect RJ to do this, get the Rookie of the Month, start performing with the Magic. And I'm like, yes, y'all did. Like when I was coming out of high school, like y'all rejected me as a almost number 1 pick. So y'all did do that. Y'all did know who I was. But with the Breakers, man, I was kind of like the test tube. I was like one of them, like test. I was a project, and it didn't go the way that I wanted to go, or the way that they told me it was going to go. I'm thinking I'm coming into a team where I can showcase my talents. Like hey, Terrence knows I'm a guy that I'm not going to give you 30, 35 points a night, but I'm going to do everything that makes the team better. I might get 17, 18 points. 8 assists, 5 rebounds. I just do everything. So I'm not worried about getting all these points. I just thought I was going to go showcase my talents. But it was more of like, let's put this young kid on the court. Let's win basketball games. Not showcase his talents, but we need to win. And that's kind of not what I went over there for. You see LaMelo Ball, and which one of my great friends, and LeVar didn't care about winning games that year. They cared about LaMelo Ball's development as a basketball player. And you see his development translating to the NBA.
Yeah.
You see that's why he was the 3rd pick in the draft. So when I think about the Breakers, per se, I think about a time where I had to really fight adversity because I wasn't happy when I was with the Breakers at all.
How long
was
was
over
that?
there?
How long was that? Same question.
I got there in August of 2019. I left in February of 2019. So I was there for a couple months. Not too long.
Yeah.
That's
but
too long, bro. That's long.
Yeah. So what?
That's long. Like, I mean,
it's a different country.
From high school, bro, to a different country for that long, you're tripping, bro. I know you got homesick.
Yeah, I don't know for sure.
For sure.
I got homesick. But like if I was actually hooping, but the thing that pissed me off the most, I think, is like every question I got during my pre-draft process was about like, all right, your numbers. First of all, bro, I was playing with Scottie Hobson, who was floating with the
Villanova
league. I played with Sek Henry the year before was the Israeli League MVP. Corey Webster, who was the FIBA leading scorer. Like, okay, even if I did have the leeway, what y'all expect me to y'all should score 25 points a game like these college dudes playing by themselves?
No.
So I was pissed off about that, but I was just kind of pissed off at how the organizations ran. And the coach, he was a coach that didn't like young guys. Like he just did not like me. And like I'm a really easy guy to get along with. He just did not like me. So playing against these grown men when I was 18 got me prepared for what I did now, but I don't think the New Zealand Breakers helped me for what I'm doing now. No.
You got your first taste of that professional like sense of what this business is. Cause bro, I can guarantee you in middle school, high school, it's all love for the game and you're playing with a passion because you know you're good and you're having fun. Once you make that jump, and it's kind of the same in college, it gets a little more diluted the more you're getting ready to go to the league. But you probably making that jump to go from high school to the pros. Oh, bro, it's almost everything is basketball is the easy part when it gets to that part. It's just all the politics that go into behind that. Like when you young, every coach, no matter where you go, bro, it's always gonna be that way. Like, and it's nothing you can do. Like, I went through the same shit. I had to go through I was a fucking 8th pick in the draft, and there was games I didn't play my first season. It was just like when you a top 10 pick, they want you to fucking come in and help. So it's just I went through that same shit, but it's just politics, bro. And you got to kind of figure that out and find your niche. And you like, bro, you were playing really, really good. But I don't know if you saw me cheering on the bench, but I was like, bro, RJ's doing everything. Like, you go in there getting offensive rebounds, you're getting steals, you're shooting threes. I had to tell you to shoot more threes because I'm just like, dog, don't think about it, just let it go. But
I remember that game against Washington.
I remember that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Terrence does a drive and he passes to me, and once he passes, he yells, "Shoot the fucking ball!"
And it was cash.
It was cash.
I was just like, be confident, do you, bro. Nobody's coming to get us. It's 2 people on the bench over there, and they're both centers. Like, nobody's coming for us, bro. Nobody. That's how this season was this year. Terrible.
So with looking back at it, do you wish you would have went to college or did a different step, or was the G League how the G League was last year, where these guys got paid a lot more money? Was that an option when you were deciding?
No, they did that because of me.
No, they did that. They did that right after.
Right after you.
They did that right after me because the G League had came to us and they had offered like $100,000. Yeah. And the NBL, I got like $500,000, $600,000, like what these guys are in the G League now. Yeah. So once they seen that, it was like a week after I made my decision. Adam Silver came on Get Up where I was at and was like, I see Rj Hampton doing this, blah, 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 blah. The G League's going to make strides to, get a better pathway for athletes to da-da-da-da. So that happened after me. But do I regret? What do I mean? Not regret, but change, do something different. I don't think so, because I see myself now, and it's like, if I didn't go through that tough time in New Zealand with the Breakers, I don't know what I'd have been ready for when I got to Denver and did not play.
That's
you know what I mean? Like I'd have probably just been in the shambles. But every day in Denver, I just had a mindset. I was like, see, it's the breakers, it's the breakers, it's the breakers, it's the breakers. And these are a lot better people. I had a lot of better organization with the break. I mean, with the Nuggets. So I knew things were going to change if my mindset stayed, positive and the same. And that's what happened. So I don't think I would change it at all. But there was 23 people picked before me in this draft, which is insane to me. So, I think if I went to college, there would have been 0 people picked ahead of me, but it's what it is now.
We all here now, so that's the only thing that matters.
Exactly.
That's the only thing that matters. Hey, and that's the one thing, bro. A lot of people get caught up in that shit. Like I be telling, like, Mookie. Wow, fuck, what's his name? Marquise. Oh wow,
Marquise. Are you talking about Marquise Cook from?
Yes,
Jeff?
from Cook. Yeah. So, bro, I be trying to tell him, like, yo, you young. Don't worry about these rankings, bro. Don't worry about that shit. When you young, just worry about fucking getting your game better. Because at one point, we're all gonna end up here, and then the real test is just like, are you gonna stay here, or are you gonna be here for 2 years and then bounce? Like, that's the biggest thing. Because I never thought I was gonna make it to the league, but once I got here, I just had just like you. I had a good core of like vets around me, like with DeMar and Kyle. Them dudes kind of taught me how it was to work and what it was to be good in this league and kind of keep getting contracts. You were in Denver, like you played with the MVP of the season, so you probably got all that, and you just had the chip on your shoulder already, and that's the biggest thing that you need to do well and succeed in this league. So you're gonna be all right, bro. Like, and you're gonna look back 5 years, 6 years from now, and not even remember all the shit that you went through because you're gonna be so focused on trying to either make the playoffs or go further in the playoffs, and it's gonna be a dream. You're gonna be living good, and you're gonna be a vet. And still young because you're young now. You're gonna be super young. You're gonna be like
that's crazy.
30.
Third youngest.
You're the third youngest?
It's LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, and me.
Damn. That's crazy.
One draft. That's wild. Yeah, so bro, you're gonna play for a very, very long time, and you're already on the right path. So we're gonna see what we do next year. Next year is gonna be different, but either way.
RJ, I like to ask Terrence's teammates. I mean, I asked them all the other ones on previous podcasts. Yes, here we go. Give us some like how Terrence is in the locker room, how it is being around him as a teammate. Like, let's hear some stuff about Terrence that he won't bring.
I'm gonna stop bringing my teammates on. You keep asking this bullshit question.
I want to hear it. They love it. People love it.
I love it. Whenever you walk in the locker room, Terrence is there already. He's not going to say like, okay, what up, RJ? He's going to show you a video on his phone. And it's going to be a conspiracy theory or something funny. 100%. And then the locker room's going to get in. Everybody's going to get in. And then the whole locker room is going to be on whatever Terrence said, the conspiracy theory or the funny thing. And
I'm trying to wake y'all up, bro. I'm trying to wake y'all up.
Memes every single day.
Every day. He's in like anything I send pretty much you, he
sends me conspiracy theories or funny memes. Like the one you sent me the other day about cheating.
Wait, tell me. Let me see. I got
what do you say about the dude that said he's a professional cheater?
Oh, bro. Okay, please send me that video back because I've been trying to send that video to more people because I've been like, yo, that is my pops. That is my dad probably taught that dude the game because he does the same shit. That's why it was so funny to me. Send me that video.
So yeah, I mean, Terrence and then he's like, let's go out hoop. Let's go out hoop. Like, I mean, hey, do this.
That's the one thing. Like all the young guys was like, oh, are we losing? I'm like, yo, they know that we're gonna lose. They know that we're going through a hard time. This right here, getting into the game and playing is the most valuable part that you can get out of any situation. So just do that. If you fuck up every night, fuck up, but just go out and play because that's just what it is this year.
You're like the dad of the team, man.
Bro, I felt so old. Bro, I felt so old between him, Cole, Mo a little bit.
Chuma.
Definitely Chuma. I felt twice as old as I should.
Chuma's like he's a different person.
Chuma is he's a very good person.
He's
not like naive, but he's kind of like naive. He's just young. He's an indoor kid. He's a real good indoor kid. Yeah.
Like, I feel like Chuma's the youngest on the team sometimes. Like when I'm talking to Chuma, I feel like he's younger than me.
Absolutely, bro. He feels like my younger brother, like in the most literal sense of just like my younger brother by almost 10 years, and he just doesn't know much. Not to say that he doesn't know much. He's just a young boy. I don't know. He's just good kid.
He's just
Reminds me of
Chuma.
my little brother. He's Chuma.
So
Big Chuma.
has Terrence got you into any conspiracy theories? Are you someone that's into those?
I'm into conspiracy theories. I don't know if Terrence has gotten me into any. I feel like every one that we talked about, I've already known about. You did send me one. Did you send me that one?
Ooh.
No,
Nope.
Have you seen the one about the Ring doorbell?
Wait, what? Ring doorbell. Let's dive into this.
Yeah. Just give us the gist,
Give us it.
and we'll dive in later.
I guess, long story short, I think like Ring doorbell and like every smart home device that has cameras.
Yep.
On June 8th, which is today, the Amazon or the government is going to fix connection issues, and all the broadcast is going to be like a server where anybody can look.
The hell?
I need to see this shit later, bro, because I'm glad I don't have a door. Well,
do you have a Ring doorbell? A lot of people do, man. That's one of the
I do have a Ring
growing.
doorbell. I have a Ring doorbell, and I can and almost like my doorbell sounds like a telephone. So I have like tablets around the house, so I can see who's outside the front. So that's probably the same shit we're talking about. Yikes! Well, I mean, they could watch.
Somebody said I got an article up. I'm telling you, it's real.
Oh, Joe, yeah. Your doorbell camera spied you. Now what? Bro,
Amazon
cool,
popular Ring security.
Look, I know people don't like being spied on, but bro, I don't have shit going on over here. I mean, I don't
either, but
it's just creepy because your phones now, everything. It's all bugged.
Everything.
Man.
Your phone
they can hear everything.
Even your iPhone takes a picture of you like every 5 seconds. It takes
That's
like
I think everything is bugged. I think everything is bugged. I think there's cameras in public restrooms.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
That's that Jeffrey Epstein shit. That's that Epstein shit.
Absolutely.
What? So then, what's your biggest one that you believe? Like, what's the one that you're like really into? Then,
man, biggest conspiracy theory that I'm into,
or they're just kind of like you're really like in? Yeah,
I would say I don't think 9/11 was an accident at all,
bro. I was just gonna say that. I was afraid to say it. I don't want to say it, but I kind of want to say it.
First, before I say it, rest in peace to all the lives lost.
Yes. And that was a very real thing. People did die.
Rest in peace.
That's real. That's real.
That's real.
A lot of speculation as to what was going on with the building, whether it was blown up.
How does fire burn through steel? Like that building, the Twin Towers were made of steel.
Bro, I just saw a video not too long ago.
It imploded.
Of a guy. He was in New York. He was going to get his car out of a parking structure, like the parking garage. He goes to the top level where his car is. He takes his camcorder out of his car and he's videotaping like the towers. No planes. There were no planes, bro. The towers literally just exploded. And he was like, "Oh my god, the towers just blew up," and like it were no planes are in it.
Wow, send me that.
I'm gonna send it to you, bro. I'm gonna look for it right now. I just sent it to a whole bunch of people. Like, I swear, it was some crazy shit. I'm gonna send it to you. Don't.
There's so many things with it though. Like you said, the implosion. People think there's bombs strapped to the whole thing.
Bombs planted in the building.
Yeah, bro. It's
the way George Bush reacted when he's in that like first grade room, and
Epstein had a picture of George W. Bush with a Jenga blocks, like a paper plane and Jenga blocks. Like, Reddit warrior over here, baby.
They might come after us.
No,
you like Reddit?
We get like maybe 200 people listening to these episodes.
Like, we talking at night, and she'll be like reading like Reddit horror stories at night.
That's I'm a Reddit warrior.
Reddit's changing the man.
It is, bro. It's
communication,
like
man.
It's bad.
What is it?
It's an open forum. It's like just a chat board. Just like would you
super basic.
But imagine like Instagram and Twitter in one with just a bigger comment section. And
you can kind of say like whatever you want, really. I mean, stuff does get banned on there. There's censorship on there, but it's less like.
But it's a lot less. Like there's like you can follow whatever. Like I'm in a whole bunch of conspiracy communities, and the shit that they're throwing out is wild. But nonetheless, it's interesting and it's.
I'm gonna get in it.
All right, last question. Who do you have in these NBA finals?
In the finals? Oh, man.
tough, right?
Before the game last night, I had the Nuggets going. I had the Nuggets in the finals. I really did. But the Suns did something last night to me, my spirit, where I think the Suns are actually going to go to the finals.
Really?
And I think the East is the Nets. I'm not even worried about that. We're not talking about the East. The Nets.
It's over. It's over.
For sure. Nets are.
It's over.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be. To me, I think it's gonna be Nuggets or Utah.
Wait.
I don't believe in the Clippers. I don't believe in the other team that's left. It's going to be Denver or Utah. Phoenix, they played really well.
Yo, just a comment.
Yeah. That's Joe.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Yo, she's the real MVP. I saw that meme today. I think I sent it to you. Did I send it to you, possibly? No. But yeah.
I watched it like the day it came out because I follow his podcast.
Yeah.
Wild shit,
right? The day it came out, bro. I was like, yo, no way.
That would be like, what would you do if that was you? If just some random chick came out talking like that, my heart would sink to my toes.
About the Magic?
Oh my god! If just any, I would be sick.
I'd be sick.
Oh, bro, send me to the G League. I gotta get out of town for a little bit, bro.
No, bro, I was
oh my gosh! Look
Shorty.
At these Tatiana's here. Oh my gosh!
They're bad people.
They're bad people.
They're bad people.
They're just crazy.
I bet you they don't think that.
No,
they're trying to live their lives. Like imagine how much hardship those Suns players had to go through right after that happened with their girlfriends, their wives.
Maybe that's the thing that needed them to
get locked in
through that wall to get to where they're at now, to rally back from 10 points down against the Nuggets and come and win. Like.
When she's rallying 10 dudes deep.
And she's rallying 10 dudes deep, the comeback is a lot easier. It's what it sounds like. She's your MVP.
That's crazy.
We're going to get some followers off that, but either way.
She made millions off that. Her OnlyFans was popping after that. This is ridiculous.
She's so burned.
I ain't looking, but I heard his stuff.
I just seen her talking about it after it, and I obviously went to her Instagram and seen she was acting wild.
Wait. Did y'all hear this thing about Lana Rhodes?
No.
Wait,
what?
did y'all hear about that?
Wait, what?
I
saw it on Barstool. How about she was she went to a game in New York, NBA game, and then how she went out with one of the players, and then the player brought along his little buddy just in case that she wasn't down, and then they kept trying. Yep, and there it is.
Bro, Joe was on his stuff, dog.
Joe was on it.
Crazy, and it's burnt because Portnoy. She went on a Barstool podcast, and Dave already knew like who it was, but he was trying to get her to say it, so that like put more pressure on her to kind of keep it a secret. And then goofy ass, she goes on another podcast and says about she was in the city that he was in when they played, I guess whatever team. She says the team that they play. So of course people looked up the team of the New York team that played there. They found out who the team was, and then they go back to then she name drops like the his sign, whatever, was like a Sagittarius or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, let's look up all the guys who were born between this day. And there was one person on the entire team who was that sign. So it just got bad.
Leo.
Like, but that, I mean, and it's so funny because as I'm reading this, as I'm looking at that video on Instagram, Kevin Durant is currently at the top of the key with Giannis on the island, and he and then does a reverse cross. So I'm just like, it clearly does not bother this man. Like, who cares?
That stuff too.
You said what?
With Jay Williams today, y'all seen that with him and Jay Williams?
I did.
No,
I did. He was talking wild.
I did hear that Lana was pregnant.
Like Katie came up to him in the club and was like, "Don't ever compare me to Giannis. Don't ever compare me to Giannis." And then Katie responded back on Instagram like, "Bro, I never said that. Like, you trying to get clout off my name? Like, I didn't ever do that."
What? Hey,
Katie's a sav in all aspects of life, bro. He's a savage, bro. He's a savage. Like,
I got that. I'll be a savage.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, he talks his shit too. Like, even when trolls come at him, bro, he is quick to respond with some crazy shit. Bro. And then it's just like he wins, and then he goes out, drops 30, and then he wins again. And then he's on his way to the finals. This story comes out. As this story's coming out, he wins again. It's just like he's a monster, bro.
It's everything. Remember when he said that stuff about his hair? Because everybody was giving him shit about his hair. He's like, I can have my hair however the fuck I want my hair, man. Like, I don't need to brush my hair, bro. I got $400 million.
You don't need
to,
bro. Shout out to Clark right there. Damn.
What did you say, though?
Yeah. You said what?
Yo, Joe Wild.
It's good to have you, man. We really appreciate you, man. Go check out RJ on Instagram, social media, and you will be back soon with us for sure.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me.
Yep.
Dang.
Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to the show. What a wonderful delight. Yeah, Patsy and T.Ross better chop up on the mic. Just sit back, have a laugh, catch a vibe, and enjoy the ride. Yeah.